For more, let's cross to correspondent Reza Saya in Tehran. Reza, what are the reactions?
Well, this is obviously more bad news for Iran and the Iranian economy. Bad news that has been pouring in ever since U.S. President Donald Trump took office last year and then withdrew the U.S. from the Iran nuclear deal. The bad news increased when earlier this month, on August 6th, the Trump administration reinstated sanctions against Iran and warned even non-U.S. companies that if they were to do business with Iran, they would be fined. Now, today, British Airways and Air France said they decided to end their flights to Tehran because the flights were not, quote, commercially viable. In other words, they didn't have enough ticket sales. They weren't making any money. That explanation suggests that this decision had nothing to do with the U.S. sanctions, but it certainly creates the impression that this is the outcome of the Trump administration's tougher policy against Iran. Dutch Airlines, KLM, has also announced that they're going to stop their flights next month. And obviously, what a contrast to 2015 when the nuclear deal was signed. That was followed by a lot of optimism for an improved economy, for foreign investment, announcements then by British Airways and Air France that they would resume flights to Tehran. But all of those developments are steadily being wiped away. Much of it, analysts say, the result of the Trump administration's confrontational policy with Iran.
Yeah, because as you say, we remember the fanfare with which Air France returned to Iran.
Absolutely. That fanfare is gone with a brief statement today that they're going to stop flights next month. It's not all bad news for the optimists here in Iran. Austrian Airlines is still flying. Lufthansa released a statement saying they're going to continue their flights to Tehran until further notice. And there are indications that the European powers are taking steps to salvage what's left of the nuclear deal. The German foreign minister, he called for setting up an independent payment channel, largely as a way for European businesses to avoid U.S. sanctions targeting any firms. So there are indications that the European powers are trying to boost Iran's economy, deliver the promises that were given to Iran when this nuclear deal was signed. But obviously, when you have announcements like this today, big name airlines like British Airways and Air France stopping their flights, it creates the impression that the Trump sanctions, the Trump administration's confrontational policy is having a negative impact on Iran.
Reza Saya, many thanks for that live update from Tehran.